And you're right. I mean, I see that DC is fuming. DC is talking a ton of shit. Jon Jones and DC are going back and forth on Twitter, which of course is always a lot of fun because go on, just read that out.
Yeah, Daniel Cormier tweets, he tested positive again, exclamation point. Then USADA equals joke, Jeff Nowitzki equals joke, Andy Foster equals joke. A pinch of Turinabol in an Olympic-sized pool from 2017 that's in your system for 18 months equals joke. Then he wrote, NSAC, you're cool. Which is funny because Nevada won't let him fight.
Athletic Commission.
So then
but that wasn't the back and forth.
No, this is where it gets crazy. So then Jon Jones responds, I could slap your wife on the ass, which, by the way, taking a page out of Anderson Silva's book. Chael Sonnen's book, rather.
I was going to say Chael Sonnen. Get it right.
And you can literally do nothing about it. You're my bitch, DC. That will never change. Funny how you're giving me 2 posts, but said nothing when I asked you to come and get your belt back. DC responds, Jon Jones, you couldn't do shit, you steroid-abusing junkie. I swear I would never touch your wife's flat ass, LOL. Jesus. And I didn't respond, I'm not helping you sell your bum-ass fight, you drug-abusing steroid cheat. Fuck you.
I gotta say, in that back and forth, DC won. won. I mean, he did go after the wife, but if she has got a flat ass, then he's merely stating facts.
He could have stayed above it. He could have stayed above it.
I got into the wife's ass comment.
Jon Jones took it too far by saying that, and he could have been, he no matter what, he would have won the exchange by saying what he said, because it's the truth. I'm not going to fucking help you sell a fight. Fuck you, dude. I'm the champ. You got caught cheating. Suck my dick. But if he would have not mentioned his wife, he would have just been righteous there altogether instead of sort of like coming down to that level.
Yeah. But hold on a minute. These two are sworn enemies. These two hate each other. They are each other's nemesis, whatever you want to call it, however you say that. But they hate each other, So the gloves are off at this point. And it's like, and Jones mentioned his wife first, and so DC played back. So whatever. You can understand DC being so pissed off because DC's the champion. He is. Listen, regardless of whatever happened, the fact of the matter right now is that Daniel Cormier is the champion, but he's still living under the shadow of getting knocked out and beaten of Jon Jones twice. So it's a very, very difficult position. DC's never tested positive. We say where there's no snow, where there's smoke, there's fire. He's testing positive all over the place. You can't blame DC for being absolutely fuming that here's a guy that's tested positive multiple times, shamed the sport multiple times, and now the UFC are moving an event. But I understand why the UFC are doing it. They got to pay the bills. They got to earn money. They are a business. It just sucks for all the innocent people that flew to Vegas. That's what it really sucks for. Everyone else sitting at home, watching on pay-per-view, this actually just makes a more interesting build-up. It really does. It gets more press for the fight, and sitting at home and watching it on pay-per-view, your experience will be no different. But what about those fucking people that have flown to Vegas and they're going to be sitting there and come Saturday night, they're having to watch it at a sports bar. I mean, you got to feel for those people. You really do.
Didn't who gave DC Fighter of the Year? Some Fighters Only. Somebody just gave DC ESPN, Fighter of the Year.
Yeah, ESPN. Same. I mean, I've had the accolade before. I got it in 2016. Yeah. But so I know about those things.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Is that related to yourself? But I guess John.
I was gonna get that comment in there, as a fellow ESPN Fighter of the Year. Yeah. It was Daniel Cormier, Lewis. Yeah, go ahead.
But I guess John had expressed his disagreement. I don't know what it was, but DC undoubtedly Fighter of the Year, undoubtedly. I don't even look at the loss to Jon Jones or the losses to Jon Jones as legitimate. I think Jon Jones is a cheat.
Hold on. So this year DC fought. Was it this year he fought Oezdemir for the vacant light heavyweight belt? I know he fought Stipe and he fought Derek. Not Derek Brunson. The Black Beast. What's the Black Beast called?
Lewis.
Derek Lewis. Pardon me. Yeah, my mind went blank there. And it might have been Oezdemir at the start of the year as well. And if that's the case,
here it is. Yeah, dude. Oezdemir, Stipe moves up to heavyweight, fights Stipe, and then Derek Lewis. Knocks out Derek Lewis. The fact that he moved up and won the heavyweight title, was the legitimate light heavyweight champion. Yes, he lost to Jon Jones, but Jon Jones fucking cheated, dude. What do you want me to say? It's just, you get caught cheating. I know that it's easy to go, cool, we have the optics of Jon Jones, kicking him in the head and then finishing the fight, but it's not real. What do you want me to say here? It's like Lance Armstrong, when he got caught cheating in the Tour de France, which is riding a fucking bike.
Listen, yeah, but I hear what you're saying, and I agree, because I'm the biggest anti-steroid advocate out there. I really am. But it happened, and you just got to accept it and fucking deal with it. I got fucking head kicked off Vitor Belfort and went down. Is everybody running around saying, oh, that fight never happened? It did fucking happen.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but that's the reality, though. It went down. I lost a fucking eye because of it. Yeah. But it happened. You can't rewrite fucking history. It's bullshit, and I'm on DC's side. But he did fucking beat him, fair and square. No, fuck no. He was on steroids, and he was punished for it.
That's something that's been said multiple times about your career specifically, is the amount of times, you have very few losses to people that weren't, either using TRT, whether it's exemptions or not, or people that were abusing steroids. That's something that I think, when fans of yours, when they talk about your career, you never really mention it. To be honest with you, you don't. I know you talk about a lot of steroid abusers, and this is something you've been against, but it's not really something that you break down. But if you go through your losses, there's only been a couple that were to people that didn't get in trouble for using steroids. And that's something that you should be proud of. What do you want me to fucking say, dude? You fought clean your whole career. In other sports, baseball, it went to the fucking Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Lance Armstrong was front page news for 2 months because he was riding a fucking bike with steroids. Shut up. MMA fighters are kicking and punching each other to the point where they can cause legitimate, long-lasting, dangerous effects, and it should be taken way more seriously than any other sport. And for some reason, we're blinking an eye. The fact that Jon Jones might have something in his system, in my opinion, is enough to pull him from the fight.
Can I say something? Can I have the floor for a moment? Is that okay, Lewis? Sorry. I know you're all excited for Christmas, but you fucking keep interrupting me and don't let me fucking get a word in edgeways, you American fucks. Edgeways. It's not edgewise. Nothing's edgewise. Nothing's edgewise. It's edgeways. Because if it was on an edge, it's not as fucking big, and you could squeeze it in edgeways, not edgewise. Okay. Let's keep it on track. Fuck Lance Armstrong and the fucking cycling. We got a big title fight this weekend. It's Jon Jones versus Alexander Gustafsson. Jon Jones has just tested positive. I don't want to hear a fucking word about what's his name? Lance Armstrong. Yeah, I don't want to hear about that. I want to talk about Jon Jones and Alexander Gustafsson and how this is even more pressure now for Jon Jones, because now he has to go out there and win this fight. And I already thought that Gustafsson won the first fight, and I think Gustafsson's going to win this fight. I really do. I just think that all this, if Jones can go out there and beat Gustafsson in style, then he probably is the greatest of all time, because I do believe what I'm hearing from the scientists. If they say it's leftover, these are smart people that aren't on the Jon Jones payroll. They're not on the UFC's payroll. The California Athletic Commission is a very highly respected athletic commission. If they're saying, listen, all the science stacks up, that this is left over from whenever it was, June 2017, then fair enough. I accept that. Yeah, you're right what you said, Lewis. They shouldn't be, he shouldn't be allowed to fight yet. But if that's what they're saying and that's the rules, and they're saying that he's done time served, then fair enough. Okay, all right. So the fight is going to go ahead. I think Gustafsson wins this fight. I really do. The word on the street for the first fight between Jones and Gustafsson was that Jones didn't train. Okay, they said that Jones didn't train for that fight. He was out partying all the time, and he was, he wasn't dedicated and all the rest of it, and that's why Gustafsson did well. That's bullshit. I find that to be bullshit, because I'm working the desk this weekend for UFC. So I've been watching the fight to prepare for that. And I watched that first fight again, Jones versus Gustafsson. First of all, I thought Gustafsson won the first 3 rounds, so he should have won the fight. And the fact that Gustafsson won the first 3 rounds and not the last 3 rounds says that it had nothing to do with cardio or anything like that. So that lends me to believe it had nothing to do with Jones not preparing for the fight. If it was because Jones hadn't prepared for the fight, he'd have won the first 3 rounds or the first 2 rounds and lost the last 3 because he was tired. you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I saw Jon Jones win the fight. I went back and watched it. It was super close. Especially when you're not a fighter, people argue like they fucking know. People are like, no, dude, Jon Jones won that fight. No, dude, let me tell you something. It was so fucking close was it a split decision?
I'm not sure, actually, but either way, it was close. It was a close fight. And I remember at the time thinking that Gustafsson had won it, but I wasn't outraged. There was no talk of robbery. It was a close fight, and whichever way you want, unanimous, yeah. And whichever way you slice it, it was a close fight. It was a great fight, and they're doing it again. I just think that Gustafsson, the people talk about Jon Jones having a layoff and coming back. It's actually been longer since Gustafsson was in there. His last fight was against Teixeira, which I think was May last year.
May
and obviously
2017.
and Jones fought in June or July against DC at the Forum, I think. At the Forum again. So
yeah, it was about the same amount of time laid off, and that's not enough time. I don't think it is a long time, but it's not a crazy amount of time. We've seen, I think Jon Jones, his last layoff was longer than that, and he came back and he looked, I think, apprehensive against OSP, but he still won the fight.
Well, Gustafsson only fights about once a year. If you look at his record, the last few times, I mean, I think it was 2014 before he had 2 fights inside 1 year. I don't like that. I prefer fighters to be more active, but my point is, I don't think that layoff's going to affect him because he fought once in 17, once in 16, and once in 15. So that's typically what his schedule's been.
Right.
And Gustafsson, I haven't heard any kind of official word yet, but he seems to be taking it all in his stride. At the end of the day, you got to jump on a 45-minute flight and fly to LA. Yeah, it sucks for the fans, but from the fighter's perspective, you have to pay tax anyway. So fuck it, you're going to pay some state tax. Unlucky, It is what it is.
It's LA and Vegas are a few hours from each other. It's not the end of the world. You don't have to upend your entire fucking. You're not going across the country. You don't have to fly all these people out. You're getting in a car. It's probably inconvenient at best for the fighters. Yeah, look, dude. I hope Gus wins. I really do. I hope this all becomes sort of a non-issue and a non-point. And Gustafsson comes out and wins in exciting fashion. He tweeted at Jon Jones something to the effect of, look, you could be on whatever rocket fuel you want. I'm still going to knock you the fuck out early.
Yeah.
So good, Gustafsson. I like that. I like that as well from a fighter where yeah, dude, take all the steroids you want, motherfucker. I'm going to knock you out. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, I got to just talk about my Performance Sleep mattress, which I love. This is both mattresses in my apartment, both my son and mine are Performance Sleep mattresses. It's an amazing, amazing mattress that shows up right at your door in a box. You don't have to go to a department store and have to worry about a crazy huge mattress, having to be going upstairs and into different rooms. These come folded up, rolled up in a box. They use really cool technology to be able to do that. And they have this other technology called Copper Cool technology, which is a combination of gel particles and microscopic copper particles that are infused throughout the foam that create cooler nights, give added support, and give you all of the great healthy benefits of copper.
Yes, absolutely. But also, the mattress gives you that bounce that you want in a mattress with its uniquely designed Enersorb technology. Enersorb allows you to sleep on top of your mattress rather than sinking down into the mattress, which in result creates optimal support and heat dissipation. But Perform Sleep go one extra. They offer free shipping straight from the manufacturer to the front door to cut out the middlemen, the retail markups, and it makes it a completely hassle-free experience. And also, they offer a 100-night in-home risk-free trial. Yes, wow. You get to buy this. They send it to your house, free shipping. Super convenient, amazing mattress. Then you get to try it for 100 days, over 3 months. This allows you to test the mattress in your own environment, see if you like it without any, pushy salesman, anything like that, forcing you to make a decision. This way you get to sleep in it, you check it out, see if you like it. And if you like it, keep it. If not, send the fucker back. Now, here's what you got to do. If you want a new mattress, which I do advise you get one of these, me and Luz have them both and they are great, go to performasleep.com. That's perform, PERFORM, asleep, ASLEEP.com, performasleep.com, and use the promo code BELIEVE. It will give you $150 off any size mattress.
Wow.
I don't know what more you want. If you want a new bed, you want 100 days, you want free shipping, you want $150 fucking dollars off, go to performasleep.com. Do this. All right.